From the library's homepage, click on NoodleBib, which is listed under popular links. If you've never used NoodleBib before, you'll want to create a personal ID. I already have done that step, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. To begin putting together a works cited page, you start by clicking on Create a New Project. Then be sure to select MLA, Advanced, and then name it something that you can go back and add citations to. So I'm going to name it English 102, let's say Annotated Bibliography. The next page has a lot of spaces to include information about your research, but you don't really have to use any of these top boxes if you're not interested in using them. Instead, I'm going to jump straight to the Works Cited link. That Works Cited link took me to this page where now I can begin to put together a citation for a source that I used in writing my paper. The first thing NoodleBib asks is, what type of citation would you like to cite? And they've listed commonly cited sources up at the top, but then you'll notice a whole many, almost 100 different types of sources can be cited using NoodleBib. For this scenario, I'm going to select journal article because most of you will be using journal articles, and then I'll hit Create Citation button. The second type of question that NoodleBib is asking you is related to the upper tabs here. It's asking you, did you see the journal in print, in paper? Did you find it on the free web? Or did you use a library database? Typically, you're accessing articles through library databases, so I'll select that one. You notice that the form changed slightly. As you fill out the form, pay attention to the red asterisks. These are the required fields. So one of the first required fields is the name of the database. So I'm going to pretend that I got my article from Academic Search Premier. Pay particular attention to the blue box that pop up when you put your cursor in each of the form fields. This is providing you with instructions. Like notice here under URL, it says the 7th edition does not require a URL, or under the DOI, it's not required. So I'm not going to fill in any of those boxes. Instead, I'm going to jump directly to the article, to the author's article. I'm just making this up, so I'm just going to throw in a couple of authors' names. Sometimes you might have more than one author. So I'm just kind of playing around here, putting in some examples. And then it's asking for the article title. I'll just put in anything here. As I'm typing, you'll notice that a red underline appears in this box along with a yellow warning. Pay particular attention to the warnings. This is telling me the first letter of the word listed here should most likely be capitalized. And then it says students tuition and increases. So it's telling me I need to capitalize these words, which is indeed the case. So I'm going to go ahead and capitalize those. And then you usually will have page numbers that you can put in. The name of the journal is a required field because it has that little red asterisk. I'll just make up a title. Usually you will have a volume and issue number, and of course you'll have a year. At this point, I'm going to hit the Submit button, and you'll see displayed in front of you the citation to the scholarly journal article in exact correct MLA format. At this point, you can go on and start adding other sources to your works cited page. One thing I recommend is when you get all your sources ready, don't do this. Don't like copy and paste and try to throw it into your paper that way. Instead, use the print export button. The print export will export your resources into a Word document and with a correct heading and with correct indenting, and it'll be all in alphabetical order. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to ask.